Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of RuneSecrets, a series in which we will delve into mysteries of the RuneScape lore. I'm your host, Crondis, and without wasting too much time, let's go into a brief rundown of the structure of these videos. In each video, we are going to separate the topic into two categories, what we know and what we don't know. In addition, I'd like to make a quick shout out to a mascot, aka Fangride, who is being gracious enough to allow me to host this video series on his channel. With that out of the way, we're going to start the series off today with a bang by discussing one of the newest mysteries to come into recent lore, Xau-Tak. So what do we know about Xau-Tak? To begin, we can take a look at where the name Xau-Tak actually first comes from. In the V section of the Book of the Gods, which is unlocked after the completion of a Hero's Welcome quest, V explains that Xau-Tak is a god whose tendrils have already taken root somewhere on Gielinor. It should be noted that in this section of the journal, V is listing out gods that may be a threat to the peaceful existence of Gielinor, such as the Queen of Ashes, and Tuska, who ironically was already attacking Gielinor by the time of this quest release. So, from this, we can mark down that Xau-Tak is a god who is likely to cause issues for Gielinor. Moving on to the next source of information on Xau-Tak, we take a look at the recently released quest, Nomad's Elegy, where in the Bandosian Underworld section, you have a chance of receiving a piece of dialogue from one of the Dorkishan goblins. This dialogue is very odd and disturbing. Do you really think you can save them, player? You can't. There is a grinding darkness against which your soul shall be lathed, and this is Xau-Tak. Following the player's warranted shock to this comment, the cave goblin acts as if it never even said this, and Zanuck didn't even hear it, even though she was standing right there. With this unsettling piece of information, we can add to our list of knowns that Xau-Tak has the ability to control the mind of mortals. He can put speech into their mouths, and he can even choose who hears said speech. This puts Xau-Tak at least at the power of a tier 6 god. The final bits of our Xau-Tak puzzle come from outside of the game, from the developer who set all of these motions into place, Maud Wilson, who's given us quite a bit of insight on Xau-Tak. As you can see on the screen, Maud Wilson has confirmed that Xau-Tak has been referenced in the game through a series that's been around since 2005. Xau-Tak is also connected with other content in which Maud Wilson has been a major contributor, and that Xau-Tak likely has some connection with the Pirate series. It should be noted here that Maud Wilson is the curator of the Pirate series, therefore he would have quite a bit of influence in its story direction. This gives us the last pieces of information in which we can add to our list of knowns. Now we can move on to our list of unknowns and questions. The first unknown is, why is Xau-Tak concerned with Gielinor? While this question can actually be spread out to all of the gods in general, the question still remains strong here. Why does Xau-Tak even care about Gielinor? There doesn't seem to be anything suggesting that he was here prior to the god's banishment by Guthix in the end of the Third Age. So what could he want? Why come now? And more importantly, what is so special about Gielinor that has attracted him? Our second question on this list is, where are the tendrils? As mentioned earlier, V stated that he could feel Xau-Tak's tendrils have taken root somewhere in Gielinor. So where are the tendrils? There aren't many tendril-like things that are just spread out across the world. So, can we even see it? Is it in the world currently? And most importantly, where is it? Our third question is, what does Xau-Tak want the player? How does Xau-Tak even know of us? And more importantly, why does he care about us? What caused him to reach out his power into the underworld? Simply to control the mind of a dead goblin to talk to us. What did we ever do to Xau-Tak to draw his attention to us? Our final question for this list is, how could Xau-Tak have been around before the 6th Age? This is one of the biggest lingering questions about Xau-Tak currently. March 4th, 2013 marked the start of the date of the World Wakes, a quest in which the 6th Age began, and the death of Guthix saw the rise of the gods back to Gielinor. So how could Xau-Tak have been around for so long, having been referenced in the content that's been around since 2005? Could we have seen his followers without realizing it? Perhaps we fought an avatar of his. What connections have we missed, and more importantly, how did we miss them. I hope you enjoyed this edition of RuneSecrets and our delve into the mystery of Xau-Tak. If you have any suggestions of lore mysteries that could be examined in future videos, feel free to leave a comment in the section below, or connect with us over in-game or on Twitter. And remember guys, have a great day.